to offer 3 amazing tips to help you get through fear. And by the way, you can see my Flip Your Fear book there in the background, which is going to take you through some of this in even more detail in a really beautiful book. So think about that book if you're ready to move through fear. So number 1 is I want you to think of fear as a separate entity of you. You know, some of my friends know how to do this in a really playful way, and you could do this too, where you give fear a name. Some of them are like, hey, there's that Jane bitch in the corner again, trying to hold me back. It helps you lighten it up a little bit. Remember, when we make fear separate from ourselves, it reminds us that it's not a part of us, it's separate. And this is really helpful. So try this. Start talking to your fear as if it's a separate identity and notice what happens. You can make it an enemy identity. You can make it a friend identity, whatever you want to do with it. I think of mine as like a color and a vapor, like just a smoke that's moving around. Whatever you can do that's helpful for you, visualize it as something separate from you and talk to it that way too. So when it arises, you literally can turn and talk to it and it'll start to dissipate, because it's not like, and by the way, it's not like you're talking like a crazy person, that you see something, you're imagining that fear is there. And the second tip is to think of fear as excitement, because this is so helpful. It doesn't matter if you're about to start your new podcast and you're very nervous, or walk onto a huge roller coaster and your body does the same thing physiologically. Our heart starts beating really fast, our palms may get really sweaty, our face may get flushed, or butterflies in our stomach are going crazy, lump in our throat. We don't know the difference until our brain associates an emotion to it. So before the roller coaster, we may say, oh my God, this is going to be so fun, I'm so excited. Well, then our brain triggers endorphins to give us energy because we're excited. We can't wait to have fun, to feel happy. And it's creating a different feeling in our body. Before we get on that podcast and speak for our voice for the first time and we're so nervous, what do we say? We say that, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I don't know if I can do this. And then our brain associates, oh, she's nervous. Let's give her more nervousness. And it starts to escalate. And then before you know it, it becomes very hard for us to really focus on our words, think about our train of thought, and we cannot even get past it because nervousness has taken over. So I want you to start using different language when you feel fear. I'm happy, I'm excited, I can't wait to do this, I'm looking forward to the outcome, this is going to be new and interesting. What other words can you add that will help change the way you look at fear? Again, this is such a powerful tactic, and I use this in the Flip Your Fear book, and you will see your life transform if you trust me on this. The third tip about how to really smash through fear is to ask, what is this fear trying to teach me? It doesn't matter if it's imposter syndrome and you're noticing how everybody else is succeeding around you and you start to feel a sense of lack. Think about it. What is that coming up for? What is it trying to show you? Is it trying to show you that you feel that way because maybe you're really not ready to start that dream of yours? You need a little bit more training and skills and to build the competency. Or maybe the fear is showing up as a real physical sensation in your body, like you're about to walk down an alley at 2 a.m. alone in a bad neighborhood, and you start to get this, maybe the chills or your stomach hurts or just this vibration that doesn't feel healthy, and you know, oh, fear is here. Maybe it's trying to tell you, pay attention, this may not be safe. Fear is always trying to teach us something. It's beneficial if we listen to it in that sense and ask it, what are you trying to teach me? So take some time to think about this, because you will transform the way fear runs your life when you use these strategies. You can use all 3. Think of it as a separate entity, change the language you use around fear, and start to ask, what fear are you trying to teach me?